CCTV captures a man, calm, ordinary, but hiding something terrifying. September 6, 2019. Anchorage, Alaska. A quiet night, cold air, almost nothing unusual. Then a truck pulls into a small local shop inside. A man, 48-year-old Brian Smith, beside him, a woman named Valerie. They look like any other pair, just two people passing time. But this is not normal, not even close, because sitting inside that truck is a secret so dark it could end in death. Brian steps out of the vehicle, walks casually into the store. No rush, no fear, no sign of guilt, just a normal man buying drinks. But what Valerie does not know, what she could never imagine, is that in the back of that same truck lies the body of a woman. A woman murdered less than 24 hours ago, and the man who did it just left her alone in the car. Seconds pass. Silence fills the air. Valerie shifts slightly, waiting. Then something small happens, something that will change everything. She drops on her phone. It slips from her hand, disappears between the seats. She leans down, reaching, searching in the dark. Her fingers touch something. She grabs it, pulls it up a phone, but not hers. For a moment, nothing feels wrong, just a simple mix-up. But then, a feeling, that deep, unexplainable chill, the kind that creeps into your chest, tightens your breath. Something is not right. Still, she says nothing. She keeps the phone, slips it into her pocket outside. Brian returns. Smiling, relaxed, holding drinks. Like nothing in the world could go wrong, and for the next few hours, everything continues like normal. They talk, laugh, drive through the quiet streets of Anchorage. At one point, they even stop near the airport, watching planes take off into the dark sky, a peaceful moment, a calm night. But underneath it all, danger is sitting right beside her. Hours are later. The night ends. Valerie returns to her tent alone again. Tired, but something is bothering her. That feeling, still there. She reaches into her pocket, pulls out the phone, and that is when reality begins to shift. She looks at the screen. The contacts, unfamiliar, the messages, not hers. Slowly, it hits her. This is not her phone. This belongs to him. And now she has it. She hesitates, just for a moment. Then curiosity takes over. She unlocks it, scrolls. Nothing unusual at first, just numbers, names, normal things. But then she sees it, a folder. One name, homicide, Marriott, Hotel, Midtown, Anchorage. Her heart skips, her fingers freeze. That name alone is enough to make anyone stop. But she doesn't. She taps it, and instantly, everything changes. The screen fills with videos, photos, dark, disturbing files. She clicks one, and what she sees is beyond. Eye-horrifying, a woman, helpless, a man's voice, cold, controlled, threatening her, dominating her, ending her life. Valerie gasps, pulls back. Her entire body goes cold because she recognizes that voice. She knows that voice. It is him, the man from the truck, the man she just spent hours with, the man who smiled at her, now revealed as something else entirely. Her hands begin to shake, but she keeps scrolling, and it only gets worse. More videos, more victims, different faces, same outcome. Fear, pain, death, all recorded, all saved, like trophies, and in every single one, his voice, calm, almost emotionless. As if what he is doing means nothing. Valerie cannot breathe. Her mind racing, trying to process what she is seeing, because this is no longer suspicion, this is proof. She was with a serial killer, and now she has his secret. Panic sets in. What if he realizes? What? And if he comes back, what if he knows she saw everything, that thought alone is enough? She grabs what she can and disappears. For days, Valerie hides in the woods, refusing to come out. Every sound, every movement feels like him. Watching, searching, getting closer, sleep becomes impossible. Fear becomes constant because she knows. If he finds her, there will be another video. And this time, it will be her. But eventually, something shifts. Fear turns into something else, courage. Because she realizes if she stays silent, he will keep going, more victims. More lives taken, so she makes a decision, one that could save countless lives. She goes to the police hands over the phone, the footage, everything. And what detectives see shocks them to the core. Even the most experienced officers struggle to process it. The videos are brutal, disturbing beyond words, clear. Is evidence of calculated, repeated murder. This is not random. This is not accidental. This is a pattern, and they now have a name. Brian Stephen Smith. The investigation explodes. Detectives begin connecting the dots. Then a major discovery. Human remains found along Seward Highway, a woman, long dark hair identified as Kathleen Jo Henry. And suddenly, everything lines up. The footage, the timeline, the location, even his phone records placing him exactly where the body was found. At the exact time, piece by piece, the case builds stronger, undeniable. But there is a problem. Brian is not there, he is out of state on vacation, living normally as if nothing ever happened. But that does not last long, because the moment he returns, everything catches up to him. The airport, quiet, routine. Until officers step in, he is taken into custody. No warning, no escape inside. In the interrogation room, the tension rises. Detectives sit across from him, calm, focused. They begin slowly asking questions, letting him talk. At first, he is relaxed, confident, even helpful. He talks about his hobbies, his recordings, his normal life. But he has no idea they already know. Then they mention the SD card, the footage, the images, and suddenly everything shifts. His body language changes, his tone tightens. The calm begins to crack. Still, he denies claims. He remembers nothing, says it cannot be him, but the evidence says otherwise. They show him photos, his truck, his shoes, the hotel, the victim. All connected, all pointing to him, and then the final blow, his voice captured, clear, undeniable. In the videos, describing exactly what he is doing, there is no more hiding, no more excuses. The room goes silent because in that moment, he knows it is. Over still, he claims confusion, says he does not remember, but the pressure keeps building until finally, something breaks. He begins to talk, fragments of truth, pieces of a story, trying to explain the unexplainable, but nothing adds up. Nothing makes sense because the reality is simple. The evidence is too strong, too clear, too real. What started as a normal night, a simple encounter, a random ride, turned into one of the most disturbing serial killer cases ever uncovered. And it all came down to one moment, one accident, one wrong phone. Because if Valerie had not picked it up, if she had ignored that feeling, if she had walked away, this story might be very different. More victims, more lives lost, more darkness hidden, but she did not. She saw the truth and she survived. And now, one question remains. How many more were out there before someone finally found the evidence,